Understand what I'm saying, my boy? Nowadays, choosing is not about looks. You gotta check a bitch mindset. These hoes nowadays, they'll let their kids suffer over their emotions. They'll watch you go down for some shit you didn't do over a feeling. A bitch will sit around, get mad about some shit with another bitch and not even give a fuck if you live or die no more. Rather you free or locked up no more. Rather you eligible and able to qualify for work based on your criminal history, based on some shit a bitch said out of pure feeling. There has to be some sort of accountability for how her life looks somewhere. Has to be. Must be, my boy. Y'all let these hoes fool y'all with the body and the pretty face. Y'all let them fool y'all with that because they're fooled that is what matters. That's why time a bitch leave Miami or the Dominican Republic, they come back posting like they're the table. It's some sort of prize. But in this day and age, my boy, in this economy, my boy, in the United States of America right now, my boy, you got to have more than a pretty face. You got to have more than a fat ass. You got to have more than just the ability to go out and grab a bag. You got to be able to maintain it. You got to be able to problem solve. You got to be able to plan for the future. You got to be able to understand economics and financial literacy and management of emotions and conflict resolution and what's happening with programming and marketing, because we're on another level psychologically when it comes to this internet shit and this app shit and what you're being fed. And I ain't talking about food. We ain't even got to that yet. I'm talking about what your mind is being fed. Right now, the female gender is being fed and programmed and bred on the idea that looks are everything. And because we're locking that into our mind and we're fixed on that, we push for dudes to believe that you looked up just because I look good or I fuck good. The vanity and the fleshly things, the lustful things are what you're supposed to value to the top of the list. So fuck that I can't get along with none of my baby daddies. Fuck that my children right now are not doing well education-wise, emotionally-wise, mental. Fuck that I don't have my finances sorted out. I don't understand if you don't work, you don't eat. Fuck all that. I'm pretty and I feel like you should give me everything that I want. And that's the formula to run yourself into the ground, my boy. That's the formula to get yourself fucked off with a bitch where later on, she a part of some sort of fake Me Too movement to make you look a certain kind of way because you made her feel some type of way.
Yeah, shout out to my girl. That's my girl, Love Dorsey, man. She's all over social media. Says a pretty face can't fix a broken mindset, and that's real talk, man. It's real talk. I've always dug Love Dorsey's content, man. Like, we got issues going on in our community, right? It's pretty much a gender war going on, and it's all bullshit. It really is. I always like to present other women to the ladies in the community. You understand what I'm saying? I think it's best that women check other women as much as possible. Yeah, I've got a lot to say about the women in the community. I've got a whole lot to say. But we want to make sure the message is properly delivered. Okay, we don't need any distractions in the message. That's why I appreciate good sisters who are on the proper frequency. You know what I'm saying? I push, or I'm going to magnify good sisters and their message as much as possible. You heard? That's Love Dorsey, man. Let's keep it moving.
Trump had the same power that Barack Obama had, the same power Joe Biden had. It's no different. They could have done reparations a long time ago. That's why I tell black people, don't let them approach you no more talking about no HR 40 and oh, we got to go through Congress and oh, it's not popular and all these different things say it's not popular. Man, Trump himself isn't popular. He's polling at 37%. That's not popular. And yet he still gets things done for his people. He don't care about nothing else. He care about only his people and his base. What the Democrats don't like right now, and when Trump start doing all this stuff, say, oh shoot, now he's forcing us to have to do something for black people. Are we really not gonna get the vote? And yeah, they're gonna try to fight him about that slush fund, because if it sticks and then he starts putting checks in their hands, then we say, all right, thank you, Trump. Now, Democrats, you better create a fund for us too, the reparations fund. And we need our checks too, through the Department of Treasury. We can't play with these Democrats, man. All that boule, babble, and all that mess that they do, we don't got time to listen to that no more. Democrats, truly, you either get our reparations or you're not getting the vote. That's just bottom line. Because black Americans been dealing with the racial wealth gap, sabotage all the way around, education, business, you name it, black people have been sabotaged. And the Democrats, a lot of it's happened in Democrat-run cities because a lot of black people live in Democrat-run cities. You may live in a red state, but a lot of black people live in Democrat-run cities. And how is it that the Democrats are supposed to be so much our friends and so much about equality and being against bigotry and all this other mess, yet black people's lives isn't better in these so-called Democrat cities? But these same Democrats, when they was in power with Joe Biden, they had no problem putting money in the hands of illegal immigrants. The whole time you could have solved all these problems and you chose not to. To me, I think that's racism. I think it's worse than racism, because at least with a racist, they'll tell you up front to your face, hey, no, I'm not gonna do this for you because I don't like you because you're black. Okay, I can deal with that. I can even battle that. But when somebody smiles in my face and feels just like that racist, oh yeah, you know, we gotta be a minority coalition and we gotta fight for the equality and all that, you know, all these sort of things, and the whole time you felt like the racist. Like, I ain't giving black people nothing. Really, the Democrats have played a cruel joke. A very cruel joke on black people. Well, if you just get registered to vote and we gotta mobilize, we gotta get Black Voters Matters to get black people to vote, and we gotta get the NAACP and the Urban League and Souls to the Polls, and all this mess that we gotta go through, and yet you hear nobody saying, let's mobilize the white vote. Let's Souls to the Polls with the white vote. Nobody says that. It's a big fanfare talking about the black vote all the time, and you get nothing out of it. We have gotten nothing out of it. Every time we've gotten change, it's been us making them do it. When you look at different things that we fought for, we never went to the, oh, let's vote and get it done. Because that's believing in the system. And the system was never created to benefit me and you as freedmen, Black American, FBA. It was never meant to benefit us. They got you on a hamster wheel when they just say, oh, all we gotta do is vote. I don't have an issue with voting, but here's the thing. Vote for what? If I vote, I better get something out of it.
Yeah, so that's the good brother Philip Scott, man. Philip Scott is all over social media as well. Good brother, man. Good brother. Very intelligent brother, man. I listen to Phil a whole lot, man. And it's got a very good point. Very good point, man. We're not playing about this reparations. Some of us is not playing. We're gonna continue to mash the gas on that. You know what I'm saying? There's no fear. There's no fear. We're not here to appease white people. You know what I'm saying? We're going to stand on the truth always and forever. You dig what I'm saying? So I really, 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 really appreciate the good brother Phil. I think his channel is, he's got a channel, a YouTube channel, Africa Diaspora. I hope I did that right. I hope I said that right. But anyway, y'all go check out brother Phil, man. It's good information, man. Good information all the way around the board. Let's keep it going.
You want a nigga that like you more than you like him.
But that's how it's supposed to be, though.
Fellas, no, it's not. Like who the fuck likes you?
Well, he's supposed to just love you.
Excuse me, it's my turn to talk. It's my monologue. Thank you. You can go follow the Cheerio podcast at cheerio.podcast.com. Back to my monologue. Ricky, play some sad music. Fellas, only like the women that like you. The woman that likes you is not going to require a ton of hula hoops. Not a ton of trouble, not a ton of anything. She likes you. It's going to be genuine. It's going to be organic. It's going to be natural. She's not going to expect you to buy the world because you are her world when you walk in the door. If a woman does not appreciate your presence as a man as a gift, get a new bitch. There is a woman out here that will love your dirty drawers. Go find her. Stop trying to make that fine shit like your ass. If you got to convince this bitch to see your value, go get a new bitch. Because you are some women's cup of tea. It may not be Cardi B's cup of tea. It may not be Young Miami's cup of tea, but goddamn Kiki from the South Side loves your ass. Only deal with women that like you. I don't give a fuck how fine that fine shit is. That adjustable six will fuck you better, treat you better, feed you better, empower you better, and she'll be faithful. That fine shit that you had to convince to fuck with you, that bitch, she going outside. I'm showing you.
Yeah, so that's the good brother Nietzsche, man. Nietzsche is fucking hilarious, man. I watch a lot of Nietzsche shit too, man, and I crack up laughing. He's hilarious, man. But he always has good information though, man. And in this particular clip, I'm telling you, I can vouch for what the good brother's saying in this shit, man. Listen, if a woman is for you, she's for you, and you gonna know it. You know, I kind of brag a little bit. And I brag, man, I don't give a fuck, whatever. I never had to ask my woman what she brought to the table. You understand? My lady just something just fell. My lady just showed up and started doing shit. She just showed up and started showing out, man. So what the good brother Nietzsche is saying right now is so legit. It is so on point, man. Listen, you don't have to chase no woman, man. You know what I'm saying? You just have to be smart enough to know who's for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, man, listen. Chase and find shit. And she got about 10 other niggas chasing her too. Come on, man. And she'll play you like that. And she'll play you like that. You got to be smarter with your resources. You got to be smarter with your choices. And this is the most important choice you ever gonna make in your life, partner. Understand that part of it. Understand that part of it. You don't leave with no money. You don't leave with no money. And a first date is supposed to be about getting to know one another. And that's it, man. That's it. Anybody telling you other than that is full of shit. And you should just like straight disregard that bullshit they talk. All right, man, let's keep it going.
Black women love to scream, we ain't got no protection. Who gonna protect black? Y'all, when people try to protect black women, they end up fucking dead. Y'all heard about that girl who got her 2 brothers killed because she called them over to the house when her and her nigga was getting into it, and they go over there to protect her. They end up getting unalocked. Before you run to go protect anybody, get context. What exactly happened and how did it start? Because a lot of black women put themselves in situations to make a motherfucker want to beat their ass, and then they want to cry victim later on. Another reason why nobody is quick to jump and protect black women is because we look like we got it. We're loud as fuck like we got it. We also built up like we got it. Don't nobody feel the need to protect black women. And a lot of times y'all be wanting protection from shit you cause. If you learn to shut the fuck up, maybe other people won't handle you aggressively. But a lot of black women are very aggressive out in public. So the energy you give is the energy you're going to receive. Maybe if you be more dainty, and I see the girls are now trying to be whimsical now, actually be whimsical and not just look whimsical, maybe somebody will want to protect you. Black women love.
Yeah, this was a serious one right here. Not to belittle what you've seen prior to this, but we're gonna spend a little time on this one right here, man. I want to say this to the community, man. I'm gonna always stand on this right here. There's a proper way to handle disputes, altercations amongst brothers. All right. Hey man, we family, dog. We family. It's too much shit going on in the world for us not to open our eyes and recognize what the fuck is going on in this country alone. As a community, we are at war and we're being attacked by all sides. And you know, it's always been like that, honestly. It's always been like that. It's just now more people are waking up to it, to the realization of what's going on. And what I can't stand to see is brothers of my lineage fighting and killing one another. Yeah, man, we're going to stop that, man. Black men, we're going to learn to move without so much emotion, all right? We're going to establish rules of engagement on how we interact with one another, how we deal with one another. We're men, we're going to have conflicts, we're going to have fights. But there's a proper way we could do that. We're going to have to get back to some old school backyard brawl, mano y mano. That's what we're going to have to get back to, okay? Man, it's okay to take a loss. It's okay to take a loss, man. You regroup, and you come back and do it again if it means that much to you. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back to that, man. Let's get back to that. I don't want to see brother versus brother, man. I love all my brothers. You understand what I'm saying? I love all my brothers, but I will whoop your ass if I need to. You understand that? And that's what it should be, man. That's what it should be. You know, this killing each other. Nah, man. We can't do the white supremacist job. We're gonna do better. I love all my brothers in the struggle. All right? Let's do better with one another, man. Let's do better. All right, on to the next one.
Push up position. Get on top of your father. You're a lot heavier than you were at 9 years old. But he still has to push you now because you're not doing your part. Zeus! So he's doing good now, right, Kara? How long do you think a father can keep doing it with all his responsibilities? Let's put life in this picture. He works, married. You're making his life a lot harder. Because he's worried about you, because you're acting silly in school, getting suspended. Keep going, Kev. Try to fight through it. This is what he does for you. But he can only do so much. It's crushing your father. The way you can help, live up to your potential. When I say Zeus, your father's going to push up, but you already know he's weak. You're going to have to push up at the same time to help him. Zeus! See how you helping? Zeus! Zeus! Down.
Guys, I don't think there's a better video on social media right now that depicts the interconnection between a father and a son. And it's amazing the journey that you go through, right? Those first couple of years, your son looks at you as their hero, right? Then they start getting into those teenage years and they're like, they're starting to question you as a dad, right? You don't know everything. I'm a kid, I know it all, right? And then you start having those battles, through the teenage years into the early 20s, right? And then it's amazing how it comes full circle. And my relationship with my dad, I love every minute of it. And I'm just blessed to have him in his 80s, right? But what a fantastic video to share with your son. What a fantastic video to watch together and talk about together in terms of just your interactions. How one, if things aren't on a positive, or if there's constant conflict, how that can impact both a father and a son in such a dramatic way. But man, I tell you what, shout out to this man for just demonstrating something so easy and so easy to comprehend for this young man and for a lot of young men that are out there. I love this.
Oh man, so this was a real special one for me, man. Listen, man. Listen. Let me move this out the way just for a second. Hey man. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. To all the good fathers. Happy Father's Day to you, man. I mean that. I love the fathers in the community, man. I'm talking about the ones who are there. And I don't mean necessarily, married to the mother of your child, but man, you there, dude. You there. Your presence is so much needed, man. It is so greatly appreciated, man. I know we as fathers, we don't get this message like we should. But I just want my good brothers in the struggle to know that. And man, I see you, dog. I see you. And I know what you're enduring. I know what you've been through. You understand what I'm saying? Hey man, we still stand tall. We still standing, baby. You know what I'm saying? We still in the fight, man. Still in the fight. Hey man, go hug your dad. Go hug your dad. I love your dad. Real talk, man. Listen, I just lost my mom about a month ago, right? I just lost my mom about a month ago. And that was devastating. That was devastating to me. So my parents were still married. When you talking about over 50 years of marriage, right? So we have dad left now, right? And we're taking care of dad. We're taking care of dad, I love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. You heard? Let's keep it moving.
And that's what it is. If black Americans ran this country, we wouldn't treat nobody no different. We wouldn't. That's not in us to be treating people different. That's not our character. That's not our culture to do that. Think about it. Black Americans been in this country all this time. We never sought retribution. They in their mind thinking that, there's going to be a day and time they're going to do that. Well, you live like that because of things you have done and the things you continue to do. So you think in the back of your mind that, man, they're going to get at us. And I always say, hey, to prevent all that, make peace. That way you never got to worry about it. How you make peace? Cash payment reparations. That's how you make peace. You pay out what you owe to black Americans We get some of these laws changed in this country to be equal and fair because they say, well, I didn't enslave nobody. I didn't do this. You're right. But this is where you're guilty at. You know your ancestors did all that and you continue in the system that was built off of that. So actually, you're worse than your ancestors, actually, to me. You know what they did. You know where all the bodies are buried. You know. And you still continue a system. And you say these people don't need anything while you're giving trillions of dollars to foreign nations, giving money everywhere. We got a problem if black Americans get some money that's actually owed to black Americans. You feel that way because you have the anti-black racist attitudes. And it's part of the culture. You raise that way in the home with no child was born having hatred toward anybody. It is a taught behavior. So all that you worried about black people seeking retribution or whatever, you can solve that problem quick. So you know what? We're going to do this cash payment reparations. We want to look at the land in this country and see if any in this land was taken by means of terrorism, you know, stuff like that. I'm like, okay, well now you're trying to break bread. You're trying to do good by black people at that point. Black people like, okay, all right, this is a step in the right direction. Land and seed money, cash. No taxes for 250 years. That would be also good. No taxes for black people for the amount of years that we was enslaved. That would be telling black people that you're doing right at that point. But I know some of them right now, they're tearing their clothes or whatever. Did he say that? Oh my God, pay them? Give them their land back or pay them for the land and no taxes? Who the hell is this black guy? What is going on with him? I know you're losing your mind. I know you. That got to your soul when I said that. How dare that? You're never getting anything. We will never do that. Stop saying it. Well, you also said we'll never get out of the plantation too. You also said we'll never get out of Jim Crow. You also said we'll never get out of segregation. Everything you said that we'll never do is turn to the opposite. So like I said before, you're going to pay reparations. You will pay it. You will pay reparations in the form of cash payments. Now, no apologies. No cash. You're going to pay cash. I promise you. I'm not paying nothing. You know, they lose their mind about reparations, y'all. Oh, they lose their mind. That's the litmus test. If you want to find out if they got some anti-black racism, they talking to you, just ask, what do you think about black Americans getting, you know, cash payment reparations for slavery? What do you think about that? And just don't say nothing, just watch. See what they say. Pay attention to their breathing, pay attention to their facial structure, watch their vibe, and then wait till the formulation of words out their mouth. That's the 4 things you need to pay attention to. Like just observe and see what they say. If they don't come out immediately with no facial change, I'm like, I actually agree with black Americans getting, you know, cash pay reparations. I mean, shoot, we did wrong in this country. If they don't respond like that, be like, oh, you done told me exactly who you are. That's the litmus test, the reparations question. I'm not paying anything. I don't know who this Negro is, but I'm not paying. You're going to pay, sir and ma'am. You're going to pay. Just like you've been paying all them billions of dollars to these foreigners all these years, you're going to pay black America too. It's going to come out of your taxes, and you're going to love it in the end. It's going to be better for you. You're going to receive a blessing from the Lord once you do it. That's what's holding you back. If you would do right by black people, God would actually put a blessing on you. Don't you know we God's people? He said he will bless those who bless us. And the reason why you're not getting blessed right now is because you're not blessing God's children. You ain't figured that out yet? Until you bless God's children and stop doing wrong by them, then you start getting some blessing. You got everything you think you want and you're mad. Most people that get everything they want are usually happy. You ever thought about that? You mad all the time. Why? Because you're not at peace, because you're not blessed. Bless God's children. Watch how at peace you become. Watch that guilt that you feel could get off your shoulders. Watch. Nobody could use the sin of the past no more once you make it right. You say, hey, we the generation that made it right. We ain't got to walk around no more thinking about it because we made all this stuff right. You be that generation. Or you can just continue to be angry and suffer because it's not getting better for you. It's getting worse. You're losing jobs. Prices are high on you now. Everything you thought that you could do to us is on you now. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse for you until you do right by God's children. But at the end of the day, God said to do his children right and pay what you owe or suffer his consequences, not mine. Because I ain't got no consequences for you. I don't. But he got the consequences for you. You want to increase the plagues? Keep it up. Keep it up.
And I think that's the good brother, Phil Scott. You know, I'm looking at this footage, man. This is old civil rights movement footage. Talking about mid-60s, early mid-60s. Okay. It's important for us to stay connected to the struggle that our people have endured in this country. And I feel like too often, too many times, a lot of us forget what the fuck they did to us here. See, now we kumbaya like a motherfucker. I don't like it. I don't fucking like it. I can't forgive what has not been apologized for, and I can't move forward if you hadn't made strides to rectify your treachery. And I'm speaking to the government. I'm speaking to white America right now. I'm so hot, I forgot to move my mic in position. Okay? Reparations for the descendants of foundational Black Americans. Right the fuck now.